Okay, everyone, it is time. We are ready to go, so please welcome my good friend, BrashVolksdragon, as he brings to us a speedrun of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This is going to be so awesome. I am so excited.
How you doing, everybody? What's up, Gail?
Brash.
Hello.
I am so excited for this run.
You should be, because we're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, I think we're going to have a lot of fun, and I hope that you are ready for a lot of stupid puns.
You know I'm ready for that. All right. Are we all set up on the timer? I'll give a countdown.
Looks like that needs to be reset. There we go. Looks reset.
All right. If we're ready, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, everybody? My name is BrashVolksdragon. This is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. 80%, no major glitches. So we're going to be going from the beginning to the end of the game in roughly about an hour and 35 minutes. And we will be doing some non-major glitches. Like, there's some bomb clipping, there's some... you can swim without flippers. It's really cool. You'll see. First thing that we can do here to go a little bit faster is we can do a technique called pumping, where if we're moving up or left, we can hold the button and tap to the desired direction. As long as we're moving up or left, we'll move a little bit faster.
I'm gonna jump in live and just mention real quick that we have a minor technical difficulty.
I'm gonna completely restart.
Gale with nothing there.
Okay.
Sorry, we're having a minor technical difficulty.
All audio is gonna come from your side.
Give us one moment to adjust things.
Okay.
Sorry, we're having a minor technical difficulty real quick. Give us one moment to adjust things.
So, Brash, out of curiosity, how many times do you think you've played this game?
My attempt counter for the...
So, Brash, out of curiosity, how many times do you think you've played this game?
My attempt counter for the speed run is 120 completed runs, but I played it a lot more than that growing up. This was one of my favorite games as a kid, and continued to be one of my favorite games even as an adult. So much so that I picked up the speed run.
Do you run any other Legend of Zelda games as speedruns, or got any other favorites in the franchise?
Legend of Zelda, I also have completed speedruns for the original OG Zelda and Zelda 2 on the NES. So 1, 2, and 3 in my repertoire.
Hey folks, we fixed our minor technical issue. I've reset the timer, so you are all ready to go anytime.
Alright.
Alright, I apologize for the delay. Have fun!
False start, 5-yard penalty. Alright, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go! So, my name is BrashVolksdragon. This is Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. 80%, no major glitches. So, the premise of this speedrun is to complete the game from start to finish in the smallest amount of time allotted, while also utilizing some non-major glitches to allow us to go a little faster. Those non-major glitches include swimming without flippers, bomb clips, and getting by otherwise impenetrable walls with the use of bombs. So, what we can do is, if we're moving up or left in the game world, we can do a technique called pumping, which allows us to move a little bit faster. I'm not going to do it a ton outside of the like intro, because it doesn't save a ton of time unless it's done properly, and I'm just gonna be going here. But so right here we're gonna get the sword from our uncle, who just left the house. We just found him down in the little dungeon there. So now we're gonna take the sword and we're gonna go rescue the princess, because he couldn't get the job done. So now we don't have to lift up bushes anymore, so now we can just slash them out of our way. So a good time for between the beginning of the game and getting into the sanctuary, which is the first split location on my splits, is under 6 minutes. So I will be... I'll let you know, like, where my splits are, because I know you're not going to be able to see that all. But I will let you know as I move through this. So sorry if you can hear my controller, but you may be able to. So typically in a regular run, you would pick up the chest originally in the house, and that would contain the lantern. And the second time that you... So there's another chest besides Zelda in the jail cell here that also contains the lantern if you didn't get it in the house. So with the effort to save time, we don't get it in the house, we get it here. Saves a little bit of time. That's right on the way. So now we have Zelda. We're going to go head for the throne room. We're going to be taking the secret entrance out of the castle. The more you mash, the faster you go. That's very true. But as I move my way through the dungeon, I guess this would be a good time for some donations if we have any.
No new ones at the moment, but just a reminder to everybody that you can hit !donate and put that into chat, and you will get the link to the donation page. So please do check that out. But also, Brash, you know, I would take this time to make a Zelda pun, but I don't want to try force it.
Yes, I love it. I'm ready for all these. Throw them all at me, Gale. Well, I mean, space them out, but throw them all. That was a good first one, though. Alright, so... making our way upstairs. Into the throne room, so we can push this bookshelf out of the way, but we need 2 people to do it, so... so Zelda's gonna help us push this bookcase. Can't really do it with just Link. So it's like kind of like your gateway of saying, hey, go get Zelda before you can pass this point. I'm going to be playing it safe for the most part. Like, I'm not going to go get, like, powder or the net in the bottle or anything, but you're going to see me taking, like, a lot of, like, hearts, like, out of the way a little bit. Like, usually, typically, I wouldn't pick that heart up there, but I will for the sake of this run. I really don't want to die in the run. So, interesting fact about this next text box is the only text box in the whole game that can be canceled with the D-pad. So you can just get set up to do the old pumping motion over to the left there. So, it's that little sort of movement right there that saves a lot of time over the course of the run. should have turned around for that 5, but that's alright. We'll be able to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the rupee route in this speedrun. That's we're gonna be shaking up some trees, Animal Crossing style, for some money, and I'll point those out when we get close to them. So there's our transition into Sanctuary, and it was a 5:58, so we're under 6 minutes. We're doing good. We're hanging in there. So what he's going on about here is about danger in the land. So he's talking about Ganon, talking about how Zelda's like the last princess that could stop Ganon, and then how I need to go get the pendants and retrieve the Master Sword. So the first objective in the game right here, right now, is to go to the 3 Light World dungeons, collect the 3 pendants, then go to the Lost Woods and pull the Master Sword out of the pedestal. That's going to allow us to defeat the Sword of Evil's Bane, and that's what the Master Sword is known as. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to defeat Aghanim, which is the last boss of the Light World. We need the Master Sword to actually enter his area, and we also need the Master Sword to reflect all his magic back at him. But that's in another 20 minutes, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So right now, this is all very specific movement. Ooh, we got the 20. That's helpful. Nice 20 drop right there. I'll take the half heart damage to get the 20 rupee. So right here is you can double pump on stairs. So what you want to do is you want to hold up and left, and you also want to tap right as you're ascending the stairs. What that does is that allows you to climb the stairs at double the speed. So I'll demonstrate it here. This is just going to be like normal speed climbing the stairs, and then this is the pumping climbing the stairs. You can see big difference. Now, as I go through, I'll take some time to demonstrate some stuff and explain it as I go as well. So right here we have the first dungeon. It's Eastern Palace. And there's a few quirky things that we can do here. I'll pick up this heart. This is where we get the bow and arrow. So right here in this next room, typically you'd have to fight 4 skeletons, but there's a little trick you can do. Kill 2 before they even spawn, and you don't have to fight 4. So what happened there is I triggered the skeletons, so as I walk along the right side of the screen and up, I don't trigger the skeletons to appear. So when I get to the top of the screen and turn left, then when I do that little downward motion in the middle of the screen, that's when I trigger the skeletons to appear. What happens then is that the top skeleton spawns on the door, and the other one spawns on the pot, so they never spawn. So you only have to kill 2. Pretty cool. I'm not going to turn around for any more rupees either, because 26, I'm set. As long as I don't mess up on the rupee trees, I'm set for money for the rest of the round. So we're gonna use a D boost here to not have to kill all the enemies in the room to get the big key. Typically, what you'd have to do is you'd have to kill all the enemies in the room, and then those 4 anti-fairies over the pot would disperse, and you'd be able to step on the switch and get the big key. But you can use a D boost to, you know, not do that. Stock up on some arrows.
Hey Brash, so what's your personal best in this game?
My PB for this game is a 129.42. So sub 90 is like the threshold that you know, you're starting to get pretty good with the run. And it's not an easy time to get. I had to put in a lot of time to get it, about a year and a half, to practice, get good enough, and ultimately achieve the goal.
That's pretty crazy. I cannot imagine doing these games this fast.
So we have this room go a little sideways right here, but we'll manage. Take that heart. It's okay. I'll take this heart too. I don't want to die in the first dungeon. Alright, here's the first boss, the Armos Knights. So there's a little setup right here. We're going to launch 5 to the right. Now, I hit the first one with 2, so that allowed me to kill the last one without having him turn red and go psycho on me. So if he turns red, his health would have refilled, so he would have taken 3 more arrows. But since we do it quick like that, his health doesn't refill. So we're gonna go get the Pegasus boots, and now the run really starts. So they always say that the run starts after Armos Knights, and they're very right about that, because now movement speed is gonna pick up, and there's a few ways that I'll explain how we do that. Not only can we move faster with the dash, but we can do a little thing called spin speed. So if I charge a spin, and then as I let go of the spin, tap the A button, I get the spin speed. I can go as fast as a dash, and I can run all over the screen. Not in just one cardinal direction. Charge another one up right here. So the way that I know that I have it is if I'm in the correct state, I cannot swing my sword, and that's how you know you have it. After that, all you have to do is touch stairs and leave the stairs in the cardinal direction, and you'll activate the spin speed, and you can run fast like this. A little bit unlucky with his spawn location there, but we'll just knock him out of the way and off we go. So Gale, is there any donations or anything that you'd like to? Any more puns?
Oh wow, yeah, I've got puns, but more important than that, we've gotten a $40 donation from Bursic Badger. Thanks to the amazing community for putting this marathon together for a great cause. Donation goes to seeing both those free Enterprise Z-Sprites Shala put together.
Heck yeah, thank you, Bursic. So we need the book from the library to get right here, to read this pedestal, activate this whole sequence right here. Enter into the next palace. I don't know if you can hear that lightning, but I can. It's starting to. Weather's starting to pick up some steam outside right now.
I was just gonna say the same thing, Brash.
So I hope you don't lose us.
This could be semi-unfortunate that we live 20 minutes down the road from each other.
I know. So, in this next screen, I like to spam the book noise, so all... That's the only room that I can really do that in. I was gonna kick out of it. So the way I remember that room is if I have to stop anywhere in the middle to not get hit by the ball there. If I have to stop my dash at any point, I know that I have to walk to the edge of that platform and then start my dash and I will not get hit. But if I dash in unscathed, all I have to do is turn around and dash back out. It's just one of those little things that I kind of worked out and memorized on my own.
I have another donation if you have.
Heck yeah.
We've got a $35 donation from Maggie the Cat. Hi friends, good luck to all the runners in today's events. Putting this towards tonight's free Enterprise harp music so we can hear some of Spoony B's new rockin' tunes.
That's going to be a great run too. Free Enterprise is really a lot of fun. So what they do is for the Magnus Cave portion, they remix like old classic tunes in there. And then you go there and you're like, oh, I remember this song. It's really, really cool. Yes, I can lift. I can lift those rocks out of my way. Uh-oh. Ooh, another 20. Plenty of money. $16.50 torches. So this next boss battle can be a bit of a pain. It's the 3-land mollusk. Well, we're going to be attacking them with arrows. It takes 4 arrows each to kill them. Alternatively, it would take 8 sword swipes apiece. So I only landed 2 arrows in the first there. All things considered, that wasn't too bad. Still got 12 arrows. That's a really good number of arrows to have right now. And there's the second pennant. The donation number is nice. Yes, tis. So I know you see their timer. I'm running my own timer in the background. What do you think so far, chat? Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. I was gonna say, is this a good time for me to read another donation or two?
Heck yeah.
Alright, we just had a little stream of donations. We got a $20 donation from Theo Foss, and they say, hope this helps. I told whoever donates $20 I would match that, so I threw in $20.67 so that we could get rid of the pennies there in the end. And on top of that, we had a $20 donation from Moonblaze Wolf. I hear Gale likes reading donations with puns, so I have one for you. Why does Ganon hate the internet? Because it's full of links! Good luck, Brash, on the run, putting this towards the incentive SNES Classic Final Fantasy IV free enter.
Thank you, Blaze. That was top-notch pun. Yeah, we just executed the fake flippers there, so we swam into the teleporter portal there without the flippers. So we actually can't dash right now in the cave with chaperoning the old man here, because the old man simply cannot keep up with the dash. If I get hit by a rock right here, I'm gonna go in and heal. I get the mirror! That should be okay. Zoom! So there's a funky little trick right here called, as you can see, I just saved a half a second due to the fact that I entered that warp on the right side. That's called a, what is that? I actually forget the name of it, but you can end the warp animation a half-second quicker if you do a certain thing. I forget the name. Dang. Sorry.
Oh my god, you're a bunny.
Yes! That's because when you enter the Dark World, Link can't handle the power of the... it's the golden power that turns him into a bunny. And once you get the treasure from this area, the Moon Pearl, you no longer turn into a bunny. I'd say this is a good time for another pun, Gale, if you have one ready.
I don't know, man. The majority of these puns are pretty stupid.
None of them are. I did. Majora's Mask. I got it. No, Otter. The puns are life.
We have some more donations if you've got a moment.
Heck yeah.
We had a donation by Wag to Dog for $8.88, and the comment is, why doesn't Link buy items at the flea market? Because he's there to sell, duh.
I took the safety hearts there. I hit the switch. It took the safety hearts. Alright, Moldorm. This guy can be a troll. If he knocks you in that middle hole, it's really bad. But there's a way to prevent yourself from getting knocked off. It's called Hold Your Sword Out. And you can actually, if you're going left to right, you can actually dash right through the boss fight without taking damage. I'll take that. So, I'm happy that you've all come to my puntastic Zelda run.
I mean, who wouldn't? This speedrun is gonna high rule!
Yes! So if you're jumping off of a ledge going down or left, you can, if you tap A, you don't have the little waiting animation to jump down, you just instantaneously jump down like this. So this is the first tree rupee that we're gonna fall. Now we're gonna go get the Master Sword. So now, after we shake that first tree Animal Crossing style, we cannot get hit again. And we need to kill, I believe it's 5 enemies in between shaking the 2 trees. And the next time we shake a tree that has rupees in it, we're going to get a bunch of 20s. Not just 5s. We got 5s there, we're going to get 20s on the next one. So, we arrived at the Master Sword. 3 pendants are going to allow us to get that sword. And go on to defeat Ganon. I need a hyper link. Yeah, for real, Gale. I hope it doesn't affect anything. So sometimes you can actually get really unlucky going through these bushes, and there can actually be a guard waiting for you and kind of screw you out of getting the money. But that's 80 bucks right there. And now, basically, so at this point we needed to have 110. We needed to have 110 rupees before we enter Dark Palace. Because we need to pay the monkey 10 rupees to follow us, and then 100 rupees to open the entrance to the dungeon. Our arrow count's very good right now, too, at 10. Yes, Rudolph, that's correct. They have the power of a level 1 sword swipe. So they basically will do, at this point, half the damage as if I hit the enemy with the actual sword. That's correct. Yeah, Kiki the Grifter, that's right. Alright, here we are in Aghanim's Tower. Alright, so a little fun fact right here is there's a thing called key dashing, which I just failed to do. But you basically, if you zoom at a door and you're a multiple of 4 pixels away from the door, you'll run right through the door as long as you have a key. Now that sounds pretty daunting, but there's a really easy way around that. And that is that everything in the game world is spaced out in multiples of 4. So if you dash off of a lamp, if you dash off of a treasure chest, you're a multiple of 4 away and you're good to go. A really easy way around that. As I work my way through here, we get some good time for donations or puns.
Well, we do have another $20 donation from Guzzy TV, and they say, all those puns need to be punished.
That was not a bad one. Considering the guard walked in front of me, that wasn't bad. Off to the pungeon. You know, you've heard of Enter the Gungeon. Well, this is Enter the Pungeon. Am I right, Savage Wizrobe? Am I right? Am I right? Alright, so here we have Aghanim sending Zelda into the Dark World. So this guy is actually Ganon in disguise. So we're going to have to fight this guy twice. And before he decides to give up the ghost and turn into his true form. So what's going to happen in this fight is it's all RNG. He takes 6 hits. In the first time in each cycle, he'll give you a energy ball, which you can reflect back at him for damage. As long as you do the spin, it goes right back into him, no problem. But he can also do something called blue balls. And, like right there, there's 1. The worst you can get is 15. You can actually physically get 15. There's 2 already. So right now, we're looking at possibly a 2 lightning cycle. If we get another one, it's definite. So we're looking at a definite 2 lightning cycle right here. That's already 3. That's bad. It's no bueno. The first one out of each sequence will always be an energy ball, and then after that, the next 3 are always RNG. So that's 3 hits. That's 4 blue balls. So we go in and we grab the wall behind him because it cuts down on lag from the lightning. Eh, 4's not horrible. My first D-Rush run had 7 Savage. And there's only a few people I know that have gotten the eponymous 15. One of them is a good friend of mine. He's gotten it twice. So now we're in the Dark World where everything does twice as much damage as the Light World, and this is where things really start to pick up in terms of skill. This is what really makes or breaks the run. So we're going to be dashing right into Palace of Darkness, our first Dark World dungeon, and one of the most intricate, I think, one of my favorites too. And within that dungeon, you're going to see a really cool bomb clip known as the Hammer Yump, and it's a double pixel perfect trick. But as daunting as that sounds, it has a pretty good visual setup, so it's not too bad once you learn it. But I will lead into it once we get there. So this is what we needed the money for right here. We pay off the monkey 100 rupees to open up the palace entrance. So one thing that I really haven't gone over just yet is if you're coming down off the stairs, like right there, you may have noticed the fact that I turn to the left or right when I do that. And the reason for that is if you go straight, there's a little bit of a lag. There's a little bit of a lag frame that you encounter. And if you turn to the left or right, you eliminate it. I'll try to show it off when I go get the big key. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go get the big key now. So you saw me come off the stairs smoothly the last time. Now I'll demonstrate if the other way not being the case. Now I'm just going to hold down from here. You'll see Link stutter a little bit. It may not seem like much, but it does add up. So now we're heading into the Hammer Yump. This is the first of the bomb clips. Or the second, actually. The first one was in Tower of Hera to get the Moon Pearl. We jumped across the gap with the bomb. Now, we're going to completely cut a key out of our route by doing this. This saves a key. Yeah, MC Hammer. I always found that kind of funny. This has actually been a pretty solid Palace of Darkness so far. The Hammer Yump was quick. There was only a couple of pause buffers. I'm gonna me grab the safety arrows. I don't want to run out. I'll take the couple seconds there to... Alright, Gail. Do we have any new donations or anything?
No new donations at the moment, but a reminder to everyone in chat that you can use !donate to get the link to donate, and there are polls and incentives to donate too. But I do have a little joke.
Alright, hit me.
Alright, so Link and Zelda walk into the bar, and they sit down, and Link says, "Hey, let me tell you a joke." So he starts going on and on and on about his crazy adventures, and Zelda goes, "Oh my god, could you get on with it?"
Yes! Alright, here's Helmasaur King. His mask takes 17 shots with the hammer to break. And I already lost count. That's okay. Oh, he's being nice. He's not giving me any fireballs. There's fireballs at the end. He played nice, man. That's awesome. I'm glad I got through this fight. This fight out of all the Dark World fights scares me the most. Because it's the first one, you have the fewest amount of hearts, and he can hit hard. Metal Cove Bass, yes. But he played nice. He really played nice today. So that was a really solid Palace of Darkness. So, we saved the first of the 7 maidens, the last maiden being Zelda herself, and we need the 7 crystals to break the spell on Ganon's tower so we can go in and fight the guy. So that's number 1, 6 more to go. We best be on our way. So coming up in a second, you're going to see the first example of an item dash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash with the hammer in the air, and I'm going to run over all the pegs in my way. And it'll have the same effect as me swinging the hammer on them. It's actually really cool. And it's a very, very useful glitch. This is one of those non-major glitches that we were talking about earlier before we started the run. I'm gonna talk to this guy right here, get the shovel, and then we go get the flute. Or the ocarina, whatever you want to call it. First try dig, let's go. So, when you played this game as a kid, I wonder how many people actually knew about this. Actually, you have to know about it, because you actually need this to get into level 6. been getting hit by that guy a lot, so I decided to hammer him. Quail Man. That takes me back, Strobes. So this is our second Dark World dungeon, but this is also Dungeon 4. So we skipped past Dungeons 2 and 3 for the time being, so... It's a very inauspicious start. The GBA version was pretty good, yeah, I remember that one. I'm going to take the heart now. So this is another example of me using the lamppost to get myself a multiple of 4 pixels away from the door and easy key dash. I'm going to take it easy in this room. Ooh! Alright, I didn't get hit. That's a good room. It wasn't the fastest, but I'll take not getting hit in that room. That room is also known as the Hellway, because there's a lot of stuff going on right there. Now these lizards do 2 hearts of damage, so you really don't want to touch the lizards. They hurt a lot. Especially since I only have 5 hearts. So that right there will come into play later, because we actually bring the character in this dungeon to the room just under that right there, and we're going to bring them into the sunlight there to trigger the boss battle. Take the 5 arrow drop. Nice, thank you. Alright. What do you think, chat? Do you think we need another pun and/or donation?
Well, we certainly need some more donations, so I will again match any donation up to $25 for anybody who donates next. But I also wanted to talk about, did you know about this, like, the Mario portraits that are apparently in...
Yep. We'll be seeing one very shortly. I'll point it out. We got a lot of arrows. But no, admit, is this even randomized right now? Even at all. Alright, so fun fact about this boss. This boss is, casually, is kind of a pain, but he is actually scripted! So if you do the same thing every time, you have nothing to worry about. I got off script, but we got there. That's all that matters right now. We didn't die. Because if you die to that guy, going back in with him already spawned is kind of a pain. So that was level 4. So beating level 4 now is what allows us to go get the Tempered Sword now, instead of doing it after level... Instead of actually doing 1, 2, 3, 4, then getting the Tempered Sword, we're doing 4 now, getting the Tempered Sword, and then going to do 3. So it makes 3 a little easier. See, no, Blind, run. Yeah, that boss's name is Blind. So we come into here, get the chest of 300. So now we're getting our money together to buy the flippers in the next segment. So we're gonna get our money together, go to Skullwoods, then go get the flippers. So, well, this guy looks like a frog. He's actually one half of the blacksmith duo that will give us our tempered sword. So we're gonna go return him, walk outside, walk back in, give him the sword. Now we do a screen transition, go back, sword's done. Alright, Gale, so coming up in the next house I go into is the Mario portrait. It's in the lower right-hand corner of the room. Right here.
Well, would you look at that?
You know, I played this game on and off for basically my entire life, and it was only recently that I even noticed that.
I've got some more donations for whenever it's good for that.
You good?
Alright, we had a $20 donation from Silver Zephyr Falcon. Just got a promotion at work, so I'm very happy to donate some of my extra money to a good cause. Keep up the wonderful runs, and good luck to all the runners. And we have another donation from Omega Fulf for $5. Is this even randomized?
No. Thank you very much for the donations. All right, coming up here, we got another bomb jump. Ooh, all right, let's try that again. Alright, we're in good position. I don't have to bonk. Boom. Done. Since I took the extra hit, I will mirror out of that. Typically what I would have done there is I would have just fallen in the hole, taken the heart, but I don't feel like taking the heart, so I'm not going to take the heart. So the fun fact about Japanese 1.0 is as you're falling down the hole, you can actually take damage. That also applies to the Wall Master. The Wall Master can come down and pluck you out of that hole and take you to the entrance of the dungeon. And it's not fun. That was clutch. I really thought I was going to die there. I'm very, very happy I was able to pull that off. I was getting nervous on that one. That boss scares me. Even though Mothula takes like 4 hits, Mothula scares me. And the reason for that is, the funny thing about Mothula is, if you knock the boss into one of the spikes, he doesn't take damage. So he takes 4 hits, but sometimes he doesn't even take a hit when you hit him.
So how many bosses is that now out of the total bosses?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was boss number 6. Oh, 7 if I count Aghanim, so 7. I didn't count Aghanim. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. They're actually not as bad from here on out.
Got another donation if you've got a moment.
You got it.
This is, I believe, our top We have a donation of $200, $277.12 from Reese Wolfpaw. Thank you everyone for helping run this event, from runners, commentators, hosts, and staff, and others that help behind the scenes. It's been a great way to spend a weekend so far, and to help give to a great cause. Personal boops to volunteer and adorable dingo, Oasis, for telling me about this event. Thank you so much for that incredible donation.
Very generous. Thank you very much. So this area here is the Zora Waterfall. We're going to go get the flippers. So we actually can legitimately swim. And not have to use a glitch to be able to swim. So this is why we collected those 2 chests in Village of Thieves. So we'd have enough money for King Zora to give us the flippers. Scamfish. But what he does do is he also allows us to use the Zora Waterways, which I technically used one already without the flippers. So, I mean, thanks, buddy. But we actually do need the flippers for one of the dungeons, so.
Listen, he's mad cute.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, 2 bombs. I want extra bombs for Ice Bounce Bomb Jump, too. I'll gladly take extra bombs right now. Into this portal from the left side, easy quick warp. Alright, Ice Palace. We don't get the big key here. We also don't get the treasure. The treasure is the blue mail, which halves damage. So coming up in here is the final of our bomb jumps. And if you ever want to learn any of this stuff, you know, I'm always open to helping people learn the game too. So all you got to do is hit me up, and I'm more than happy to help anybody learn anything with this run or any other runs that I do. We have a nifty little strat for this run. Alright, bob jump time. So notice how the red blocks are raised. We just, you know, just went right around that. Doesn't mean a thing to me, or us. And you'll see what that does here. So that basically sequence breaks the entire dungeon. So normally you come into this room and the blue blocks would be up, and you wouldn't be able to just push that in. So I get right around the boss door, push that down, and right in the lower left-hand corner is the way to the boss. Typically we want to keep them together, but no worse for the wear. Cold stares down. Oh yeah, I gotta go Turtle Rock. TR, I imagine you mean Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock's got a few things. So that's our 1, 2, 3, 4th crystal out of 7. You like turtles? Well, the boss of Turtle Rock is a turtle, Stromes. We'll get there in about a little bit now. But right after this dungeon, we're going to go do Dungeon 2. So, being the fact that we've already beaten Dungeons 4 and 5, doing Dungeon 2 right now seems a little easy. And especially with the Tempered Sword and the damage that the enemies do, it actually is. It's one of the easier dungeons right now. That's not the hammer. No! Bird, why? My bad.
Man, I thought they were playing Untitled Goose Game later, but here he is.
Yes. That's a fantastic game, too. If you've never seen that, definitely check out Untitled Goose Game. It's a lot of fun to watch. Alright. So, this is actually one of my favorite non-major glitches in the entire game right here, and it's called the block delete. If you're in an area where you can use the mirror, but it doesn't bring you to the entrance, you can just delete blocks right out of your way. It's like it's not even there. Go back out. Since we flooded this area, Dark World stays the same, and it allows us access to the water dungeon, which is, you know, we need the flippers now for this. Swamp's your favorite? This is a pretty cool dungeon. Yeah, it's got a few twists and turns to it that are pretty memorable. Don't flood the keys. Yeah, we get the keys, then we flood. Oh no! So, fun fact: you can actually trail in the back part of the fire snake there. Only the lead fireball actually hurts you. Another fun fact right here is that if you're playing a randomizer, say you're playing a randomizer and you don't have an upgraded sword, you actually can't hit that crystal switch with the regular sword. You actually need an upgrade. It's a few pixels longer, and enough to hit the switch. It's only something you would ever find in rando, but it's still an interesting fact nonetheless. Okay. What is a randomizer? So a randomizer is the game. You take the game and you randomize the items in the chests. It creates a whole new, like, it's like a whole new puzzle experience. So the first chest in the house that you're starting could have the hammer in it, or it could have the sword upgrade in it. It could have the cloak in it. It could have anything. It could have a single arrow in it. A lot of people like them from a puzzle standpoint. As for me, I never really got into them, to be honest. So we're gonna be getting everybody's favorite item, the hook shot. I'll rip that setup. That's okay. There's actually a setup I had to just be able to get to that pot with the key in it a little bit faster, but I mucked it up. That's okay. There's nothing too exciting for the rest of this dungeon. I don't know if there's any more donations or puns.
Well, I do want to make note that if you guys are liking what you see, the Fastest Furs is a group of furry speedrunners dedicated to building a strong community and using their powers for good. And they host 2 charity speedrun marathons per year. So this is the first of the 2. And if you'd like more information, you can use !Discord to join the Discord. You can use !YouTube to subscribe to the YouTube and check out videos you missed. And you can use !Twitter to check out Fastest Furs Twitter.
Heck yeah. That was pretty solid. So, with the Tempered Sword, he just takes 2 spin slashes and he's done. This is the second boss you're supposed to fight in the Dark World. So, having the level 3 sword makes him go down pretty quick. So, as we start our next segment, we're going to be doing the last of the item cleanup. We're going to be going to get the Ether Medallion and also the Ice Rod, which we need to defeat the boss of Turtle Rock. We're going to be doing that in the next segment. And then, so that as far as once we're done with Misery Mire, we just go right to Turtle Rock. There's no more item cleanup. Some people like to do the item cleanup before this segment, but I've just gotten used to doing it before Misery Mire, so I just kind of stuck with it. This run's actually going very well. I'm less than 2 minutes off of PB right now. So that would put me very much underestimate. So now the hook shot has some funny properties on the stairs too. As you can see, I'm ascending the stairs pretty quickly. That's a result of the hook shot. Using the hook shot in conjunction with the spin speed. All things considered, that was actually a very solid Death Mountain climb. So as far as like the reason why people like to do it in the segment before is to have full hearts going into Misery Mire, but we got through there pretty good. So. No need to be worried. We need the Ether Medallion to get into Misery Mire, and then we need the Ice Rod to defeat the boss of Turtle Rock. So we just go clean up the last two items in the overworld, and off we go. So if you're playing a randomizer, you'd say, well, we're in go mode. You can say we're in go mode now. Is Icebreaker part of the MG speedrun? Not yet. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it done. I actually haven't learned it yet, but it's actually really cool. So instead of doing the Ice Palace bomb jump, you clip through the right side, and you skip everything anyway. So the fun fact about the randomizer is, even with Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, you need the two medallions to open up the dungeons. That's also randomized in a randomizer. So you might need Bombos to open up a dungeon, which we never actually get Bombos in an MG speedrun. Oh, I should have did Bird Toss. You're right, I should have. One heart, dang it. I completely forgot about Bird Toss. It's been a long time since I've run this game regularly. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, Bird Toss. Hoping for some hearts here. Really use some hearts.
Can I read a donation?
Yep.
Alright, we got a $10 donation from Brasswolf, who says, gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast fur. Fast fur. Fast fur, fast fur, fast fur. What a howling good time. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you very much for the donation. would say I'm going so fast that my fur is flying. Got the red cane. I got 6 hearts. I gave that heart right back. Dang it all. We should still be okay with 6. Yes. Thank you for giving me that heart. I wanted that heart very much. So there's actually a new tech you can do in this dungeon, but I decided not to, for fear of not getting it right. I decided just to not go with it because I wasn't very well versed with it. So basically, it's a bit of a it's like an elevation thing. So basically, you can cast a fire rod if you set the glitch up right. You cast the fire rod on the sliding block thing, spike block thing, and it hits a crystal switch. It's weird. If you're ever so inclined to check it out, it's called Spooky Action Glitch. Alright, here we have Vitreous. And we are going right into the safety mode. And we died. That's unfortunate, but we'll get right back to it here. Want that heart. That heart. So I had enough. I had plenty of hearts to do the strat. I didn't go far enough left on the initial spin, and that's why the unfortunate thing happened there. But I can correct it right here. We'll be good. Need some extra hearts this time, so. I was hoping not to die, but it's okay. That's what it should have looked like. We were able to jump right back in there and show it off anyway, though. That's the quick kill in its truest form right there.
Brash, I don't know about you, but that boss had me wind waking in my boots. Oh my god.
He had me quaking the first time, too. He got me, but I got him. Would you say that I left nothing in my wake upon upon the boss upon the refight?
I've got another donation as well.
Yes, go for it.
A $50 donation from Deku Panda. Donating for my boy Brash, running my absolute favorite SNES game growing up. Good run, and keep it up. Also, how can we not save the animals?
Deku, thank you so much. It's good to see you. Ah, it didn't work out. I wanted to show off the drive-thru, but the game said no. Thank you very much, Deku. Yeah, that was unfortunate where that dead rock wound up right there. These are the worst enemies in the game right here, the dead rocks, by far. There's a big turtle. It's made out of rock. Named Turtle Rock. Alright, this is arguably, with the exception of Ganon's Tower, the scariest dungeon in the entire game. A lot of things can really hurt you. A lot. I don't know how many of us were kids with this puzzle, waiting to get all the way back, and you realize you could just hook shot into the pit, and you know, you're right back on the side there. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna do mirror strats. Because going back through there with the two rollers, those rollers hit you real hard. And I really don't want to die again. This is one of the scariest rooms in the entire game right here. And it's because those guys can hit you for a ton. And we kind of had to play cautious there, but a lot of bottomless pits. Please for turtles.
I like those little chain chomps.
Yeah, they're straight out of Mario. Those guys hit real hard. But yeah, it's kind of cool that they put them in there. Now, I don't know if anybody remembers Link's Awakening, the original, but they actually put a few more Mario enemies into that game. They put Goombas, Boos. Bunny! As far as hearts go, we're in pretty decent shape.
I didn't know that Turtle Rock was set in London with you taking the tube everywhere.
Oh, I did not want that eight bomb drop. Hey, we got full hearts though. That's a benefit. Now, this was one of the things from this game that I actually kind of liked was the tubes, but you never really saw them again as far as few future games went. So if you hit a switch and you're standing on the switch, you actually get iframes. So that's the whole trick right there to avoid getting hit by the roller right there, is to give yourself iframes and walk through it. If you're ever wondering what I was doing there. Well, alright, so you hold down, right, down. Now, if you do this the same way every time, you get hit once. You get hit for 1 heart. You're going to get hit by this fire bar, and that's it. It's the same thing every time. This room is the same way every time. You just hold left. And you're done. Now, if you don't know that room can get very confusing very fast, because a lot of the track overlaps itself. Use the sidewall, multiple 4, boom, key dash. Alright, Trinix. We got a little bit of skating rink going on, but we'll be all right. So there's a fun little thing that I actually haven't touched on yet, is that when you're deploying the hook shot, you cannot take damage while the hook shot is out. You'll see me do that in the Ganon fight. And that's something I actually haven't touched on yet. While the hook shot is out, you can't take damage. But if there's anything else, Gale, as far as donations and whatnot.
I was just gonna say, cowabunga, dude. You deserve a whole pizza after that fight. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But as a reminder to our Oscar, we're getting to the end of this run, and with that, we will be getting to the end of my hosting. And if you're liking what you're seeing right now, don't forget that we are doing this for a good cause. Please, please, please consider donating if you're able to. Put an exclamation point donate in chat if you want the link to that.
Now, with all 7 crystals in tow, we can enter Ganon's palace, which is the old Tower of Hera, as you can see. Within this tower, we will face all the original Light World bosses one more time, as well as Aghanim 2, and then we will take on the man himself, Ganon. And then at that point, we can get on to the next run, too. Everybody's placing bets on how many chests it's gonna take for the big key. Yes. This is even randomized. You know what? It is actually randomized, and so far we've just been getting a vanilla seed. Just kidding. No, it's not. So there's actually safety arrows in that last warp pad if you need them, but 25 I have plenty. There's also arrows right here. There's arrows all over the place. I have 10 bombs. I have way more than I'll ever need. Now we have a redux of the first boss, except now on ice. So I don't accidentally mirror back out again. I'm going to switch to the bow right now. Armros Nights on Ice. Get your tickets now. Now. One night only. Only. So we can, with 12 hearts in tow, I probably shouldn't need to stop in the rest stop, because it depends on how many hits I take here. Alright, one. I guess I could show it off, why not? So if you ever find yourself in Ganon's Tower and need a little bit of a rest stop, there's one right here. This here is known as the Gauntlet. It can be very scary. I got zapped twice there. Alright, we're in good shape though. I'm kind of glad I took the rest stop now, because now I'm down to, I would have been down 3 hearts off the other one. Alright, here comes our second boss, our second refight. One cycle, baby. Let's go. A lot easier to do that with the fire rod. I gotta hit them twice with the fire rod. There's a key in the middle of that chest, but I took the one from the very beginning of the dungeon. So, Moldorm rebattle is 1 spin, 1 slash. He down. Alright, we're getting into the very end of this run at this point now. I don't know if you get some time for some last minute donations before we fight Ganon.
No donation to read off yet, but just a reminder that you can donate using !donate.
Alright, Gale. I know you've been saving up these Ganon puns.
I mean, I have, but I don't want to bore you with them.
Alright, Aghanim 2 is down. Show us furry Ganon. He coming! Alright, here he is, the man of the hour. Oh, I wanted him to go to the other spot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Get back. He's out of the way. Alright, so hooks. So hook shot and vulnerability. Alright, I gotta focus here. That's it! He's down. Alright.
Woo!
Breathe a sigh of relief there, taking down Ganon with 1 heart. Alright, time is when I go through the door. Time.
Nice work, dude.
Thank you. Ooh. I'm happy the run went well. And I was just 56 seconds over estimate with a death. If it wasn't for that death cost me almost 3 minutes. That death in, to Vitreous.
We got 2 donations towards you.
Heck yeah.
We had a $20 donation from Devio XS. It said, I just had to donate during Link to the Past, a great game and a great run, as well as a $10 donation from Desru Prat. No comment there. But awesome job, Brash. Oh my god.
Thank you, thank you. Hope everybody enjoyed that. So, I'll keep things brief. Thank you to Moonblaze Wolf and all the other organizers for having me. Thank you for hosting Gale. Thank you for all the other hosters. Thank you to all the runners who submitted runs, and good luck to everybody left. I believe we have Super Lucky's Tale up next.
Yes, up next is new Super Lucky's Tale. That's going to be run by White Paws and hosted by Segasar. This is me, Gale Frostbane, signing off. I had so much fun hosting these past 4 games, and what a way to end my hosting with my buddy Brash and A Link to the Past.